Is toilet-bound Hanako Kun underrated? Let's find out. Yo, what's up, sleepers? It's your boy, Eddbedhead here, and today I will review Toilet-Bound Hanako Kun Volume 1. Well, I wanted to, but I figured it'd be easier to ask for a little help since this is a manga about the supernatural. So today I'm summoning a ghost to help review this. I'll hand it over to him right now.
Yo, what's up, creepers? It's your boy, Eddbedhead. I'm going to divide this review into two segments. The first part will be a spoiler-free review, but the second part will contain spoilers. You have been warned. Now let's go to the netherworld, shall we? Toilet-Bound Hanako Kun was released May 22nd of 2015. Wow, I was only 400 years old then. It was written and illustrated by Idalro. That name is almost as cool as mine. So let's get into the plot summary. At Komoni Academy, rumors about the school's 7 mysteries, one of which is Hanako-san, said to occupy the 3rd stall of the 3rd floor girls' bathroom. In the old building, Hanako-san grants any wish when summoned. Nene Tashiro, an occult-loving high school girl who dreams of romance, ventures into the haunted bathroom. But the Hanako-san she meets is nothing like she imagined. Komoni Academy's Hanako-san is a boy. So my overall thoughts for Volume 1 were honestly, I thought the art was pretty cool. And the characters were so detailed. You could tell the illustrator spent a lot of time on making these drawings into perfection. The actual story so far though is really simple, but it's also very charming and interesting. And coming from a ghost, I really like the way they explain the supernatural stuff here. Both the spirits and the living world are linked together, and that makes for some very interesting plot points. Overall, I really enjoyed it and recommend it to all you living beings. My overall rating for this is a 4.6 out of 5. My only complaint was some of the text and panels were too small for my ghostly eyes. Now, let's compare to some online ratings. Barnes & Nobles gave it a 4.8 out of 5, and Books A Million reviewers gave it a 4.9 out of 5. So, the average rating for this book is a 4.85. Did I really die just to do all this in the afterlife? Now, before we jump into the spoiler-filled review, I'd like to ask you to smash that like button, comment down below if you like this toilet-bound manga, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, hit that bell button. If you don't, you're gonna be haunted. Now let's get into some spoiler-filled reviews. Now we're going to take an in-depth look at Toilet-Bound Hanako Kun. I would like to start by discussing certain scenes and moments in this manga. Specifically, the scene where Nene is attacked by fairies, alone. Nene rushes into the hallway in order to get away from her friend, discovering her fishy secret. Suddenly, she stumbles upon a trail of lost items. Items students in her classroom had just complained were missing. Unsuspectingly, she picks up these lost items when she comes face to face with a giant fairy monster. Hanako Kun shows up just in the nick of time to save her. Defeating the monster, Hanako demonstrates that it doesn't really want to cause them harm, and these little fairy creatures just want to live peacefully. But they can't because rumors humans make about them come true. It makes me wonder if this rule applies to all supernatural beings. If so, why isn't Hanako Kun a girl? Also, being able to change these rumors seems to have a drastic effect on these supernatural beings. I'm guessing that's going to be an important plot point later on. Next, I want to discuss Minamoto versus Hanako. Seemingly alone, Nene shares with Hanako how she wishes to be saved by a handsome young man. Suddenly, Minamoto appears in the girl's restroom, ready to exorcise Hanako. After a short battle ensues, Hanako easily beats Minamoto and demonstrates he doesn't even know how to use his exorcism gear. I think the scene is full of so much interesting lore, and it really sets up where exorcists exist and have hunted down supernatural beings for generations. It also hints at how Hanako is a lot more powerful than he's letting on, and that Hanako may even have a more malicious past. My thoughts while reading Volume 1: why does Nene wear a little skull? I mean, it's cool, but come on now. How does Nene clean her skin if every time she touches water, her skin becomes scales? My guess is her skin is always dirty and gross. And my final question is, who did Hanako Kun kill? So, my favorite moment in Volume 1 was Nene becoming a fish. After swallowing a cursed mermaid scale in order to be bonded to someone, Nene is transformed into a small fish. Hanako Kun, ready for this, puts her in a fishbowl. He warned her the scale was cursed and informs her of the terror that awaits her. Suddenly, a giant mermaid appears, ready to take Fish Nene as her servant. Vowing to do anything, Nene begs Hanako Kun to save her. He does so, defeating the mermaid and making Nene partially human, but at the cost of making her his assistant. Not gonna lie, I thought the fish Nene was adorable. I also thought this scene showed off Hanako's cunning side. He seemed to know she was going to become his assistant all along. It also makes me wonder how powerful Hanako Kun truly is, because he was able to defeat the mermaid so easily. So now time for some moments that should be cut or changed in the manga. So my only complaint, like I said earlier if you were listening, was that some of the text and panels are just too small. I may be 406 years old, but even mortals and supernatural beings struggle to read these panels sometimes. So my final rating is a 4.6 out of 5. Now let's read some online reviews. This Barnes & Noble reviewer gave it a 5 out of 5. I bought this yesterday at my local Barnes & Noble after loving the show. The book is a billion times better than the show. I definitely recommend the manga. I haven't watched the anime yet, but now I know it's a billion times worse than the manga. This Books A Million reviewer gave it a 5 out of 5. I love this manga. The opposition between the sweet and fun-loving characters versus the darkness of the myths and legends make for such a good storyline. Also, the dynamic between the characters also heightens the value of this manga. I plan on buying more volumes. This was a great read, seriously. That was too many alsos and exclamation marks for me. So in conclusion, this manga is underrated and deserves a lot more attention than it's getting. Okay, Ed, I'm done. Don't ever ask me to do something like this again.
Thanks, Eddbedhead. And thank you for watching, viewers. Make sure to smash that like button if you've enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you like Toilet Bound, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also hit that bell button so you'll be notified every time I upload. And as always, stay woke, sleepers. Peace!